Hi, I'm Gary Jenkins, and welcome to the Jenkins Art Studio. Today we're going to paint the queen of flowers, the English rose. Now, you know, the English rose was very, very popular before the 1900s. And then after the 1900s, the Floribunda and the tea rose came into fashion and forced the poor little Victorian rose right out of style. But it's coming back into style. We have it growing in our garden, and many people are starting to grow the old-fashioned English roses in their garden. So hopefully we'll see more of the old-fashioned English rose. It's a flower I love, mainly because it has so many petals in it and it's much more dense. Let's take a look at the painting that I'll be looking at. One we'll be painting today. We have a pink rose, and we have a side view and a view of the white rose sort of looking straight at us. And remember, this is the old English rose, the old-fashioned rose. So if you guys have a garden at home, you might want to try growing some of these and taking photographs and painting them. Let's take a look at the canvas. This is, oh boy, a pretty good size, an 18 by 24. I have some white paint already on here. And you can see if I just take my finger and rub across it, you can see there's some white paint. I don't have anything inside. There's no white paint in here where the flowers are going to go, mainly because I don't want the white to weaken up the color that we're going to put in there. But I do have the white out here, so when we put our leaves on, the leaves will slowly fade away into the white. Yes, well, I'll show you in a minute how that works. First of all, let's find out where the roses are on the canvas. So let's come down to the palette. We use paper towels all the time. You'll see me using towels to wipe and clean the brush off with. We're going to take a little touch of medium, and we'll just take, sort of a neutral color. Let's just take this gray color. Just black and white makes a gray. We're going to take this up, and we're going to find there's going to be a rose, say, right back in here. We're going to have our pink rose sort of overlapping the gray one. And this just shows us where the flowers are going to go. We need to find out where the flowers are so we don't get a bunch of that dark green in here, or it'll muddy up our pink flower. Now let's come down to the palette, and we're going to take a nice dark green, little touch of medium, maybe a little sienna. And we're going to take that color up, and using a crisscross stroke, you see how I hit the brush on one side, then the other, this side, then the other. And slowly, we walk that out. And we're going to take that same color up here. I'm going to reach down for a little more black, green, a little touch of sienna, and put some more of that up here. I'm not using any medium, because this is already wet from that white that's on there. And we're going to, in a minute, fade this color out into the white. Let's come down and let's play. Let's pick up a little mauve, beautiful mauve color. Put that up here. Yeah, boy, look at that color. You know how I love color. If you're going to paint flowers, you have to love color. And if you all have gardens out there, get out there and take those photographs. Bring them in the house, take your photo and copy it and set it up. And be a painter. Do it to it. Yes, look how loose and free. We don't want to do this piddly little stuff. When you paint loose, hold your brush all the way towards the back, because that gives you a very loose, free feel. When you want to paint tight, that's when you'll tighten up. And that will make you paint all these little tight areas that we'll get into. But right now, we're going to back up. We're going to be like we're leading an orchestra, and we're just getting some rhythm and color into it. Now, we're going to come down and let's take a little more color. Maybe we'll put a little orange and yellow together. Let's see what that combination will do. Yes, just a little bit of that running around, a little up in here. I'm all over the place. Not too much. Look at that thing. Whew. I can hear you saying, calling your husband in, "Hey, George, come in here and look at this. This guy's gone completely nuts." Now we're going to take this color. Now remember, I have that white. And this is softening out all that color, and it's tinting the white. The white is starting to get a little bit warmer now. Warmer down here, but cooler up here because we have that mauve. And keep working the brush. Keep working it out. I even have a little dart coming from the top of the easel left over from my last painting. We'll use that in there too. What the heck? And keep working and keep blending until this whole thing softens out. Now, if you're going to be a painter, remember you must have patience. Don't rush the brush. All right, now we have a nice, loose, colorful background. Not too gaudy, not too much going on, because if you get too much going on in the background, it'll distract from our flowers, so we don't want to do that. We can always add more to it later, but it's hard to take it away. We're going to start with this guy in the back. Down to the palette, we're going to pick up a gray. This is black and white. Makes a nice gray. I'm going to take that up here. And don't put this on too thick. We're going to use medium. And that medium is going to spread that gray around. Let the green get in there. And we're going to use a rather loose and free edge. Here's some green getting in. Now, whatever color you have on the background, let it in, because this is going to help give you that translucent edge. Now, there's our gray. And inside, maybe we'll take a little red, a little pink, and maybe we'll put that in the middle. And sort of, see how I'm kind of putting it in and just sort of spinning it out. A little more red. Let's take a little more rose color here and put that in there. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of let that sit there. You can see it almost looks like a rose already. We're going to come down and block the next one in. Now we're going to take a combination, a rose color, which is rose and white and a touch of mauve here. And we're going to take this color with medium. This is very thin, guys. Remember, you don't want to paint thick, because if you paint thick, you'll have to go even thicker when you go to put paint on the top, and you don't want to do that. So it's thin, and this is just the lay-in. We're going to go inside in the middle and take a nice, deep, dark, rich color. Let's take our crimson, and we're going to place that right in the middle and bring that out. And you brush it all the way out. Maybe some more back in here. Behind, this would be what's called the belly of the rose, right in through here. Now, we have a blending brush, which we'll use, and we'll use the blending brush to soften up our color and all the way around, and we're going to start painting our little guy up here. Maybe before we start that one, I have a feeling I want a little more yellow, a little more orange in there. Yeah, kind of warm it up a little bit. Now we're going to take white, good old white. And I'm using a brush that's about a number 22, and it's called a Bright. I'm going to take this one, and we're going to kind of come in with the side of the brush and watch how we spin a rose out. Much like somebody working on a loom would spin a sweater or whatever. We just spin it on out. Now, as it comes out, we're going to hit not only these side strokes, but now we're going to hit these flat strokes, which gives us the feeling of petals up in the air. You see it happen? See how easy it is? If you're a beginner, don't be intimidated. You can give this stuff a try. It does take practice, like anything else, but you can see that rose coming out. Another petal down here. Now, don't use any medium. And just wherever you see a petal, put it in. Here's another one coming in here. This is a large petal. And some of the petals are large and some are small. Here's another one in here. It's very important now to use your paint very, very dry. And don't use any medium. By using it dry, it sticks to the surface. Look, see it stick. You'll even feel it kind of not want to come back off the surface of the canvas. It's sticky. Here's a petal hanging down on the bottom. But this one might have a little hang your hat on that one. And another one over here. A little up here. Oh boy, look at that flower just coming on out. Bring out this edge out a little bit more. Don't want to overdo. And there's your flower. Yes, the old-fashioned, beautiful Victorian rose. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. There it is. Let's come on down to the next one. We're going to take our rose color and mix a little white with it to make it a little bit lighter. And we're going to come back up here. And we're going to pick out, let's pick out a petal here. Maybe there's something happening in here. This is actually the belly. Let's paint that belly in. It's a cup shape, so you can see the cup. Then we're going to take our white and cut across that, and we'll cut a petal in. Yes. No medium, very dry. Let's cut another petal in. You see it happen? One stroke over the other? Yes. A petal out here. Now, the beauty of the old-fashioned rose is that it's full of petals. So we're going to come in and pick out all these wonderful petals, and you see it gets darker, 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 darker as it goes and gets lost inside. So we have some mystery going. Don't tell them everything. And we have another petal up here. Now the stroke is going down. The vanishing point is right there. Each petal has its own little vanishing point, and this one is there. Yes. Just using a little white, that's all I'm using, a little touch of pink in it. Another one there. And another one here. Oh boy. And maybe we'll just sort of finish that edge off there. Little edge there. Look how soft this one is. Now, they all come out different. You can't paint the same thing the same way twice. You wouldn't want to anyway. And if you copied this painting over again, it would come out different. You'd have different colors. Let's come down here and pick a little edge out of there. Soft? Yes, it's soft. Say you wanted another petal in there. Fine. We'll add another petal in. It's your painting. Do what you want. Another one in here. Now, don't overdo. So many people, I see them in our workshops. Catherine and I travel around giving workshops, and I see them, they have a beautiful rose, and I'll see them across the room, and I go, I have to yell at them, stop on it, don't. They think, well, they get this far, maybe a little more will look better, and they go, and pretty soon the rose goes, when they should have stopped 20 minutes ago. So how do you know when to stop? Well, you stop just before it looks bad. No, you have to do a lot of paintings to know when to stop. And you really never really know when to stop. You really don't. You just stop. Somebody once said you stop at a good place. Some famous artist said that. I forgot who it was. Let's get some leaves in. We've got some crimson and a wonderful stroke that comes out like this, and you push down and you wiggle, and there's a leaf. Let's put a touch of red in that one, and we might have another. Oh boy, look at the red come out on that side. Another one in here and here. Oh, and now look at that, came out a little bit lighter because it's mixing with the white. Experiment. Let's take some gray and crimson. We're going to have another one comes way up here, way up to the top. And we're going to put a petal and wiggle and come to a point. Zoom. Another one here, wiggle and come to a point. Look at the nice, wonderful, beautiful curve we have, bringing the eye back into the painting. Yes, we've got to get some rhythm. Let's cover up a little bit of that flower so it sits in the back. Adds a little bit of mystery, maybe something in there. Yes, we have another spot up here, really dark green and sienna. We're going to come way up to the top. And we're going to wiggle some color, angle the stroke towards the back, and there's a large rose leaf. Let's do it slow. You wiggle color in, come to a point. You angle that stroke towards the back, up the center. There's your leaf. Let's do another one. You wiggle your color in. You angle the stroke towards the back. And there's another one. Yes. You think you can do that? I think you can. Grab the brush and study the strokes, because it's the strokes that give you the power to express yourself. Look at the little color. I didn't even know that was in there. Let's come up to the top again. Play with color. We're going to take our mauve and green. Woohoo, what is that? Push down and pull up. There's another leaf. Another one here and another one there. Yes, this even has a nice curve. And down on the bottom, larger leaves going in. Nice large leaf. There's the same thing. Look at it go. Ba-boom. Green and sienna. Another one. Don't have them all going the same way. Here's another one. Up the other side. Down the middle. Yes. Nice split in it. That just happened. Let's leave it alone. Don't mess with the good stuff. Another leaf in here. Angle towards the back. Yes. There's another one. Notice how loose and how free the whole painting is. Let's paint. Oh, we got some little stuff going on over here. This is the little wiggle stuff where you put the brush down, you wiggle, come up and out, down, wiggle, up and out. You see how easy that is? You see it? I know you can do that. It's simple. And it's fun to express yourself in a way that you've never expressed yourself before. You're doing it with paint. Let's come down to the palette once again. Let's play down here. We're going to take a little orange. We're going to take a little red, a little pink, a little blue, a little of this, a little of that. And we have on our brush what is known as garbage. Yes, it's just full of color. Let me show you how you don't have to be afraid of color. We're going to take this up here. Put a few little stems in. Now let's take our brush and mush it down. And we're going to wiggle it. We're going to come up. What do you think's under there? Let's take a look. Oh, look at the color. Yes. I didn't plan on that. I didn't know what I was picking up. I just went down and picked up anything on the palette. You say, oh, sure. Let's do it again. This is fun. We're going to come down here and pick up blue, mauve, this, red, white, yellow, orange, ochre, green, garbage again, a little more blue to really garbage it up. Let's see what this does. Whoa, boy. Now we got that going in, the little stem. Down we go. It's El Garbage-O under that brush, but let's see if it turns in. We're going to take a sow's ear and turn it into a silk purse. Look at it happen. Look at the beautiful color. Yes. And all this wonderful color is found in your garden. A lot of folks ask us, where do you get all your inspiration from? Well, Catherine and I, we moved from Florida to Ashland, Oregon. We have, my wife, Catherine, spends all summer in the garden. I don't even see her. I get no lunch. I get no dinner. She's out there tending to her babies being her roses. Let's take a look at these. Look at this. Look at this. This is from our garden. This is where I go out, my back door, and we have a Victorian home. I go out the back door, and this is what I'm looking at. Look at this, guys. I can't get very far without stopping and painting. I want to show you guys some more stuff. Here, look at this flower. Look at this rose. Come on in here. Let's take a look at these. This is a rose from the garden. Look at the light and the darks in that. Looks like Mickey Mouse with the ears on the top. Here's another one. Look at this one. Whoop. This one goes this way. No, it doesn't. It goes this way. Look at that one. Wonderful. Yes, you have to, if you're going to paint roses and you're going to paint flowers, you need to live in an environment that, as an artist, you're immersed in it. We go out our backyard, I fall into rose bushes and daisies, and Catherine's out there doing this and doing that. And we live flowers. That's just a necessity. If you're a seascape painter, you should live by the sea. Yes. Let me show you how to paint. This is really a neat way to paint some buds. This is a filbert brush. Come on down the palette. Let me show you. This is a neat brush. This is called a filbert. It has rounded edges. Very soft hair. You can't do this stuff with bristles. We're going to come over, and let's say our bud is going to be a red bud. I'm going to come way over here and pick up some red. And I'm especially going to have that red go back to the heel of the brush. You see it? Then I'm going to come over and way over here and pick up some green. So what do I have? Let's take a look at that brush. I have green on the tip and red towards the back, towards the metal part. Now let's take this up here onto the canvas and let me show you how this makes a wonderful bud. Now the first color to come off is green, right? Now I'm going to push down. Notice the side of the brush going down. Now do you think there's a bud under there? Let's see. Yes, there is. Yes. Ha ha. Let's do it again. In case you blinked. A little more green on the end. We have another one coming out of here. And you're going to push down. Let's take a look. There's another one. I know. We're going to take another one. We're going to have a whole bunch of them up here. There's another one coming in. And back. You see it happen? Another one here. Down. And back. You think you can do that? Of course you can. Good grief. You know, you have women out there, they cook dinners, they have babies, they do all this wonderful stuff, and then you say, okay, let's do that. They go, oh no, I can't do that. Give me a break. You could do this stuff. Look at those the buds up in there. Okay, let's back off and let's see what we have. Well, not too shabby. I think we got a little spot right in here. We could probably use some more stuff. Maybe in finishing up, we'll take and bring this petal out here. Got a little weird shot right there. I have no idea. That must have been trying to be a leaf. Okay, well, we'll make it into one. All right. Now, we're going to take a little yellow and orange, and we're going to put some sunshine on our leaves. We have a lot of cool color. Now we're taking orange, we're taking yellow, and we're taking white, and it's very dry. And we're going to come in here and right in here and pick up the sunshine. Look at it happen. Yes. Now, and also another shot in here. Yes. Now, this style of painting I'm showing you is a style that I developed over the last 30 years, guys. So you don't have to go through all that learning process I had to go through. You can just take what I'm showing you and paint, and you'll come up with all these wonderful paintings. Well, there you are. I think that looks pretty good. You all have more time at home to work on yours, but I think that you can probably pull that off without too much trouble. Maybe we could even make this into our larger leaf right there. Well, there you are. You want to pick up those brushes and have at it. Let's paint roses until we drop. Thanks for watching out there, and don't forget to stop and smell the roses along the way. God be with you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Wilt u ook leren schilderen als Gary Jenkins? Bestel dan dit prachtige boek, vol met praktische schildertips en schitterende voorbeelden. Deze unieke uitgave heeft u al in huis voor €34,50. Ook kunt u voor dezelfde prijs een DVD bestellen waarop Gary stap voor stap uitlegt hoe u zijn schildertechnieken kunt leren. Kijk voor alle bestelinformatie op omroepmax.nl of teletextpagina 332.